Well, we talked early in the week, about some adversity. The first game, offensively, we really didn't have any adversity the entire game. And we knew, watching the video, these guys could play, especially up front. You got to give App State a lot of credit. They're going to have a lot of success this year in the Sun Belt. I think the last 7 games they've held offenses to 254 yards per game last 7 games. So they got a confident defense. We knew that there was a chance there was going to be some adversity. We had to kind of fill it out. And I was proud of the way the guys responded. They come out there and first drive, it doesn't go exactly like you want to. This is a new team. It's a new offense on that sideline. How are they going to respond? And I felt like the first group responded. And so really pleased with the way the first group went. A little disappointed in the second group. We really coach all the time that there should not be a let down in production when that second group goes out there. And so that was probably the biggest negative today, is when some of those second team got out there, we weren't quite as smooth as we were with the first group. But I think the first group's done a pretty good job through the first 2 games.
You spend a week answering questions about how to replace Mike Williams. Did Sharon answer those questions today?
Yeah, I think it was good for Sharon to be able to go out there. It was not a surprise for our coaches because we've seen it through spring, fall camp, and it was really just a matter of Sharon getting those opportunities and then capitalizing on them. And he did. That was a great first catch he made over there in the end zone, and Deshaun put it exactly where it needed to be. And then, that other one, Deshaun threw about 73 yards, it seemed like, in the air. And sometimes those balls that are in there for a long time are more difficult to catch. And but I was really happy for Sharon and, him and Artavis Scott. And that's really something we talked in the wide receiver room about. We're not going to replace Mike Williams with one player. It's going to be overall production with everybody in that room. And, I saw that today. And so I think that's something we can build on as the competition gets more difficult.
It didn't look like Ray.
Specifically, Sharon, what does he have to focus on at this point?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for him is different over there in the boundary. He's getting different looks. He's going to get more press coverage than he gets being over there to the field. So him and Deshaun really getting on the same page as far as where distance to break off the routes and when to convert routes, when to come back, and all those type of things. That's something that this is the first week that they really spent all week together, and so kind of filling that out. And then same thing today. But I think Sharon set up to have a really good year.
Jeff, Ray was not a big factor, especially in the first half. This time, is it just an issue of a freshman trying to figure things out?
Yeah, and I think a lot of it has to do with how the game's going, how they're playing you. They made a decision that they were going to get their defenders up there a little bit closer to the line and not give us the short throws. And I think that's why we had 3 or 4 plays over 25 yards. So it's either they're going to give you the short ones, or you're going to have opportunities and they're going to challenge you to go make the deep plays. And so I wasn't disappointed in Ray. I thought he did some good things while he was in there. Probably most pleased with him in the return game. That was